Hello, how's it going, everybody? I see Matt and Robbie in the chat. Thank you for joining me. Luke will be coming in a second. And yeah, we have a lot to talk about today. We're super excited for the Buffalo Comicon, which is this Saturday, June 14th. And I'm sure you know I'm excited because I made multiple videos going through a giant collection that is going to be unveiled at that show. And yeah, I got a pretty nice little stack of books as a nice thank you from the shop for putting all of that together. And yeah, I will be getting more at the show, but those were just you know, little freebies. He told me I could take $50 worth of stuff for free, but then he wound up taking all the dollar books that I had picked out and throwing those in as well. I did a video earlier today that was just kind of a chill, like sit down and show some comics kind of video. So yeah, pull these down. So real quick, actually. Oh, look who decided to join us. Over here, okay.
I'm sorry I was late. I was wiping the tears from my eyes.
What?
Celia made me cry like a man child.
Why is that?
Because you told me to turn off Metallica.
Yeah, because I was starting the stream.
I don't think Metallica would have an issue with us pirating their stuff. I don't think they've ever historically had their issue.
They kind of do.
That kind
very
of
much a Metallica thing. Yeah.
So that's a big record thing.
So, real quick, I just wanted to show some books, and then I wanted to get into talking a little bit about the convention. So, yeah, I made a video earlier and I showed off some books, and right now I wanted to show off some of the new comics that I picked up for this week. So, I picked up Aquaman, issue number 6. I have not read any of these new books yet. They are fresh from the shop, but I am very excited. Aquaman issue number 6. This has been getting good. I've heard this hasn't been doing that great in terms of sales, so if you are interested in Aquaman, I'd highly recommend checking out this series, and let's try to keep it alive because this is a good one. Yes, everyone loves Luke.
Hi, Robbie.
And then, okay, the next book I picked up, Matt will appreciate this one. It is Supergirl number 2, the Art Germ variant. I got cover A last time, but I just loved this Art Germ cover. Did you see this one, Luke?
Do you want me to turn the lamp on?
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Yeah, I was just kind of rushing this a little bit. It's been a busy week. We have a busy weekend coming up. Father's Day. Yeah, bring it closer.
Her?
Yeah, it's better. The only thing I'm worried about is the glare on my glasses. I don't normally wear glasses on my channel because I hate the glare, but just did not feel like wearing my contacts today. It's actually kind of funny because we went to a Guar show recently, and I got some red dye in my eye because they shoot fake blood into the crowd. So I got some red dye in my eye, and it stained my contact, and so my eye has been like bothering me. So I've been trying to go without the contacts for a little bit.
Wasn't fake blood. They really killed Elon Musk and Donald Trump on stage.
Oh my goodness, stop. Okay, so next book, Batman and Robin, Jason Todd. This was, they did like Batman and Robin with Dick Grayson in this style, Dustin Nguyen. And now they have one with Jason Todd, my boy, so I had to pick it up. Super excited about that. And then another series I've been really enjoying, Batman Dark Patterns. I'm really excited for this. We finished the first 2 story arcs of this, and now we're moving into a new story, and this involves the Red Hood gang. So really, really awesome. I love anything to do with the Red Hood, you know, whether it's Jason Todd or the Red Hood gang, the Joker version. So yeah, I've been really enjoying it's Batman Dark Patterns. Just really cool, sort of isolated stories of Batman just doing some of his detective work.
Oh shit, it's Steve. Let's go.
Hey boy, what's up?
Let's go.
And then yeah, the last new comic for this week was Sister Imperator #4, Ghost. And this is the final issue of that set. I'm actually missing issue #3. I never got around to picking that one up, so yeah, I will have to find that, but was able to grab issue #4 at the comic shop. And I'm really liking all of those books that I have read, and I'm really excited to check out the Jason Todd one. That's pretty interesting. So yeah, Luke, is there anything that you are looking forward to about this Comic-Con? You don't really go to a lot of comic shops or comic shows. A little bit with me.
Excited to talk to people. I like it when I see people who are in the special interest. If you catch my drift, I really like it when I see someone who's really excited about a particular topic. I happen to like superheroes and comic books and stuff like that. Glam is a lot more into that than I am, and I really like it all. But she's shown me a whole new world of the stuff. So I'm really excited to talk to other people because over the last however long over the years, she's gotten me into comic books more and more. And I feel like every week I like it a little bit more.
He likes it. I always say you like Krabby Patties, don't you? Because he does. He has fun flipping through those boxes, even if he doesn't really know what he's looking at.
I like learning a little bit about it.
Steve said, have you read Birds of Prey? You'd love it. Yeah, haven't really gotten into it, but yeah, it's always interesting with like Oracle and Black Canary.
So it's funny that you bring up Birds of Prey.
You're bringing up the movie.
I am bringing up the movie.
He's talking about the comic.
No, I have a suspicious feeling that the Birds of Prey comic book will not entertain me nearly as much as the movie did. I wasn't. I mean, I was kind of because I liked the. What was the movie that came before Birds of Prey, canonically? Oh yeah, the Suicide Squad.
No, that came after.
No, the Suicide Squad
that
came after. I'm talking about the original. The one we're going to talk about.
Good. Yeah.
That wasn't good. So I wasn't really expecting too much of the Birds of Prey movie. And so I partook in substances that would allow you to enjoy a movie a little bit easier than if you did on your own. And I wasn't expecting a very good movie. And I remember the writing being absolutely god awful. And I just remember I was able to predict every scene like 10, 20 minutes before it happened. And it was just I just thought it was so bad that I genuinely started laughing whenever I like, oh, this is happening. I sure hope Harley Quinn doesn't just swing in and ruin everything. And that's exactly what she did on multiple times. And the movie was horrible. And I thought it was so bad that I started laughing. I started laughing uncontrollably in the movie theater. That was not sold out. I don't remember how many people were there, but there were enough people to where I absolutely disrupted the movie theater because it got so bad. I was laughing. My brother, who I was with at the time, started laughing. The guy behind me, like he was listening to me laugh. He starts laughing. The guy next to me starts laughing, and we're all got this chain reaction of we're watching how bad this movie is. I couldn't watch the movie because the tears in my eye were obstructing my view, and I was crying the whole time. Celia's like jabbing me in the shoulder, like shut up, and I'm just crying, laughing. And I didn't see the movie. I practically didn't see the movie. Could not tell you what happened in the last third. It was just I was crying so hard. It was like I don't need to watch the movie again because I have a feeling I won't enjoy it as much as I would the first time. So I don't know if I'll be putting Birds of Prey on my reading list because my reading list is pretty long at this point. But let me tell you what, I have some fond memories of not enjoying that movie, but enjoying it anyway. That was a freaking blast.
So I wanted to say hello to TF. Thank you. Good to always see you. And Steve was talking about the current Kelly Thompson run. I believe, is she the one that wrote Absolute Wonder Woman, I think? So yeah, I really like her stuff then, if that's the case. So thank you for letting me know about that. And then Robbie asked, what do you think was the worst Batman movie? Okay, I know, no doubt in my mind, it's an animated movie, Batman and Harley Quinn.
Oh,
worst Batman movie. And I feel bad because
one of
Kevin Conroy, that was one of his last roles, and they did him dirty. That movie was not good. It was just cringe. Harley gets the dick from Dick. It's very cringy, and there's a part where she starts singing, and
yeah, it was kind of
the whole movie was just Harley.
The Batman and Harley Quinn movie was a Harley Quinn movie.
The whole movie was just Batman, Harley Quinn, and Nightwing like in a car with like really bad humor. And I think that's where the Harley Quinn fart thing started. Yeah, I think like that whole crazy fart comic and that fart fetish, I think that's where it started with that movie, because there's a part where they're in the car and she just rips ass and it's disgusting. And yeah, very cringy movie. So probably, like, here's the thing, Matt, the rubber nipples, like, I can laugh at Batman Forever. No, not Batman and Robin. I find Batman and Robin humorous, and like it's kind of like the 90s version of the 66 show to me. I don't like Batman Forever, so in terms of live action, I'd probably say Batman Forever is my least favorite, but without a doubt the worst piece of Batman content I've ever seen is the Batman and Harley Quinn movie. And what's worse is that Luke, we watched that movie, he made me watch it more than once.
Which one?
You were like the Harley Quinn one. You were like replaying the song from it and like replaying scenes from the movie. I did that to mess with you because you hated it.
I did that because you hated it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. TF said have some Gail Simone Birds of Prey comics signed.
Nice.
Very cool. I definitely like to see those in the Discord. All right. Yeah, that is what I thought. Kelly Thompson writing Absolute Wonder Woman and Birds of Prey. When I watched Suicide Squad 2016, they had Spanish subtitles and some people were big mad about it.
Did you do that? You made your whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Are you reading Transformers? I have not gotten around to it, but I think I will be soon.
I bet they're gonna have a copy at the Comicon.
Yeah.
Maybe someone's gonna have a copy of it, maybe a trade or something.
Maybe. I don't know. If not, one of the many comic shops in the area. Oh my goodness, Steve, yes. He was literally typing Batman and Robin was 60s Batman. I feel it. Like, here's the thing. If Arnold was acting back in the 60s, he would have been in it. You know, like every celebrity wanted to have a cameo in that show. Like,
even Vincent Price was in there as Eggman or something, or Egghead or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's fun if you look at it for what it is. Yes, Steve has been telling us to read Energon, and we are definitely going to get to that.
No, we're going to get to it. Enough. Yeah. I've heard enough positive reviews where I'm going to be a little disappointed.
Yes, you and many others have recommended, so we are definitely going to be getting on that life soon. Oh, look who had to join us. Oh, yes. Luke can't join a stream without the cat joining as well. Matt said he has a Gail Simone signed Batgirl 6 New 52. Very cool. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of signed books. I have I got the ghost one, but yeah, not a lot of other signed books. Marcus says it's really good. Yeah, thank you guys for the recommendations. Hey Arnold.
Hey, Arnold.
Okay. Read the G.I. Joe ones. Oh, okay. All right. So, we're gonna talk a little bit about this convention that's coming up this weekend. Oh, did you have something?
No. We need your homies' help.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you guys and get some feedback. Like, what do you guys want to see more of from a video? Do you guys just want to see, more comic digging, or do you want more like talking to people, kind of chatting with artists, dealers, just maybe other collectors? I want some feedback. Like, what kind of a video? Do you want like maybe a mix of everything? Do you just want more books, or maybe should I make separate videos?
Any percent speedrun.
Everyone's just saying more Luke. Damn. Now I'm starting to feel like shit. Okay.
What's Steve got?
Luke will be there.
I will be there.
Luke will definitely be there.
I was thinking about running a speed run where I throw things around until I get ejected, and then I can post my speed runs online and see who else gets ejected from. No, I love these guys. Every time I talk to these comic book people, they're all really nice, particularly the local shop owners. It's also flagged, spoiler, it's also Flag Day, so I'll be wearing some patriotic gear. But I want more. We want suggestions. What do you want? Do you guys want to look at books?
Yeah, it looks like people want books. It looks like, I definitely want to maybe get a little bit of clips of talking to people, but it seems like most people want the books. So that's what everyone's saying. Comic digging. The dead ass. Find some comic run you like and talk about why you liked it. When you talk about stuff you like, it will shine. Yeah.
I'm not usually very enthusiastic about anything I say.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't. I'm pretty.
Mm-hmm.
But no. It's usually when I get passionate about something, I say the big stuff, and Celia says all the little stuff. So I think we make a good being called out by Steve. Being called out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so I was also thinking, because I know they have like artists and stuff.
Sharks.
Yeah, no, it's hard to. How are you not enthusiastic about sharks, man? They're just
I just.
If life as a shark would be great.
Yeah, there was a part in our most recent video going through that big collection where Luke and the owner of the store were just having a discussion about sharks and giant squid, and I'm like, this is too entertaining to cut out.
It's like I know, like, now as a heavy metal hippie, and I mean that in both as my channel name, but also as a accurate descriptor of my personality in general. Saving the planet is kind of important to me, as I think it should be for everyone. I think that I'm really excited about space exploration, and it's something I think can push humanity forward and give and all the yada yada yada. But I think that's not to say that we should take care of our planet, and like a stupid amount of the ocean not only isn't mapped, but isn't even explored. We have so as we continue to explore the oceans, giant squids are becoming. It's not just a like a myth. The giant squids are real. I believe in until I'm proven otherwise. I believe in giant squids, and I would like to weaponize them. I want to put giant lasers on squids and see what that does.
Steve said had a dream once, could turn into a grizzly bear at will.
Whoa.
That sounds like some Luke shit right there. You guys would really get along, I feel, man.
Grizzly bears are cool. Like the grizzly bears are cool, but I think honestly, I think I'd rather be a polar bear.
And again, Steve,
They swim around a lot. They swim more.
Again, Steve, as always, thank you for the super chat.
Oh my, yeah,
appreciate you.
I don't want to.
Of course, it's not necessary, but
we love it. We appreciate it. We feel the love. We feel the love.
Yeah, stuff like this helps me make better videos for you guys. So thank you very much. And then Robbie had a comment. He said, I'd like to see you diagnose your favorite books every so often. Yeah, I was just talking to Luke about that earlier, that I want to get more into maybe doing like reviews. Like I don't do like typical reviews, but I want to try and talk more about the stuff I'm reading. I do it sometimes on the shows here and, you know, maybe at the end of some of my videos, but most of the time I'm just kind of showing what I'm picking up, and I do want to get more into sort of some of that. Like I was just showing off at the beginning, you know, some of the new books I picked up. Like these are some of the things that I'm reading that I've been really enjoying lately. And then I have, you know, something like this that I picked up. It's an issue number 1. So yeah, I want to do more stuff like that. I was telling Luke, I was thinking about maybe getting the DC Universe subscription where you can access all the comics online, because I like owning physically, but I think it would be nice for making videos to be able to like have that back catalog to reference and, you know, be able to, you know, take some panels if I need like a specific panel that I want to reference in a video. And now they have a tier where you can read new comics 30 days after they are released. So I'm thinking about doing that. So let me know, what do you guys think? For the sake of the channel, should I get the DC Universe Infinite subscription? And yeah, they have Vertigo and Black Label on there too. So like when it was like 6 months, like when you had to wait 6 months for new books, I was like kind of but now that it's like a month, it's like I could read issue number 1 and then issue number 2 is already out if I like it. Or if I don't like it, it's like, okay, I didn't have to waste $5 on something, you know? So let me know what you guys think, if you think that's a good idea, because I've been thinking about it. And just have that back catalog. So good for new releases and for having the back catalog to reference for videos. Sharks.
Well, what would be the practical use of, in the city at least, turning into a bear at will? Like imagine you ordered yourself like a really like a nice prime rib dinner, and you with all the drinks and all the appetizers, and you're like, you know what? I got this, but before I pay my bill, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then you just change into a bear. And if you're a bear, I don't think you gotta pay your tab. Yeah.
So Lee's saying, miss the new comic book day videos. Yeah, I do still want to do that. Things have been, you know, kind of different since summer. Yeah, since summer's been around, I have been kind of scattered all over. But I do want to get back into the new comic day videos because I kind of like having something scheduled every week, you know, like that way I can kind of rely on it coming out every week, and instead of it being a little bit more all over the place. Like right now I had that big collection, so I haven't really been making videos about my new pickups since the last like 3 comic hunt videos have all been from that massive collection. But thank you for your feedback, Lee. I appreciate it. And any of you guys, I always appreciate hearing the feedback. And yeah, I want to know what you guys want to watch. You know, of course, I make videos that I like, but, you know, you guys are the reason I'm here. So, of course, any suggestions, any, if there's something that you want me to do more of, something you want me to do less of, anything, just let me know. Steve said, I discovered you randomly through the algorithm, saw you were a comic tuber, saw you're a fellow upstate New Yorker, been around for almost a year now. Wow, well, that is awesome, dude. Thank you so much.
Thank you for supporting the local guys, and by local guys I mean us. I appreciate it. We try to make content that makes everyone happy. But I like talking to the local guys because you gotta support the people, your neighbors first. So I really appreciate that, man. Are you going to the comic convention on Saturday? Are we gonna still meet you there?
I don't think he's going to this one. I think it's the Empire Comic Fest that's next month that he's going to.
Okay.
Yeah. I think a lot of people like seeing my perspective and how it's maybe a little different from some other people's. But yeah, thank you, Steve. Again, I had no idea you've been watching me for that long, so that's cool. Now that I think about it, it has been about a year since I kind of brought back the Gotham&Glam channel, because I just recently celebrated 2 years of Gotham&Glam, but in that 2 years, I did take like maybe a 7-month or so break. And so when I returned to the channel, it was about a year ago, like June of 2024. So that would make sense. It's after June of 2024 is probably when most of you watching right now found me. So I know that there are some people who were there before that, probably very few people from the old days. I know there are at least a couple that have told me that
I know you've had your channel. You've had your channel for a while, and it's been going on and off, and you've taken it seriously more times than others. But I think, like, for me, the starting point of like when you started taking your channel a little bit more seriously was with the Joker review, the Joker 2 movie.
When you joined me.
Well, that's when I started noticing you were putting a lot more time and effort into things and started taking it a little bit more seriously.
Honestly, I think the first one was probably the Toronto one. Was that before or after the Joker?
I think
that was before. That was before you
Joker.
Weren't there.
Right, you did that all on your.
Yeah, I think that was the first, because here's the thing. I used to be so nervous about the idea of like going into one of my local comic shops and filming. I know it's crazy now, because now I walk in and people just expect me to record. It's like, oh, no video today if I'm just like walking in to buy something. But back then, before I really started taking it seriously, I was nervous. And so the first one I did, I made it somewhere that was not a regular stop for me. So my first out and about comic adventure video is my comic adventure in Toronto video. And
for our Canadian friends, what she meant was boot in a boot.
Yeah, and that was Steve with another super chat.
Yo, man, you just bought us a comic book, man. That's awesome.
Thank you, man. You are awesome. And I'm looking forward to the Empire Fest next month. Hopefully we can meet you there. I've been trying to talk Luke into going to that, and he's been hemming and hawing, but
it's just that way at work. Those days are.
Here's the thing. After tomorrow, or not after tomorrow, after Saturday, he's gonna have fun. He's gonna want to go.
So I think much fun. You've never enjoyed yourself more.
So Robbie said, always interested in why people love the books they do. Yeah, me too. Like, I don't really care if a channel likes the same books that I do. I just want to hear people talk about what they love. So, for me, with YouTube, you hear people say it a lot, but it really is about the personality, and it's really just that individual flavor everyone's collection has. I really, really appreciate that. Yeah, Steve, I agree. I like to read my books in a trade. I know you watched my whole big shelf video, so you know that was like the majority of my comic collecting is that trade paperback shelf. What you see with my like single issue collecting, that has been mainly in the last like 2 years, and I've definitely accumulated a pretty decent collection. But yeah, for like the last decade, it's been just trade paperbacks for the most part, outside of like the last 2 years. Other than the odd little issue I would accumulate here and there. um Lee said also love comic shop videos, exploring new shops is great stuff. Yeah, we have a lot of shops in this area, and there are still quite a few that I haven't gone to. So, yeah, we'll definitely be keeping busy this summer. And I'm sure I've mentioned it on the channel multiple times, but I'll say it again. We are going to New York City at the end of July, and you can expect something pretty cool to come from that for sure.
Do we have the brochure somewhere? We should be a little bit more organized, but where is the little blue thing I held in front of the screen?
Oh, I don't know. You moved it. I have no idea.
I probably ate it.
Okay, well.
Or smoked it.
Yeah, okay. Steve said if he feels better, he may go. Well, still, a couple days away. So yeah, I mean, if you are for whatever reason able to make it, hit us up in the Discord and let us know. We're gonna be getting there early. We're gonna go a little early and help set up. Maybe try to get some footage of stuff while people are setting up. Maybe try to film some stuff before it's too crowded.
We're gonna catch them with their pants down.
Yeah, the show starts at 10 a.m. We're gonna try to get there a little early, around like 8:30, I think.
We might help them set up or something. I don't know. We like to be helpful.
Yeah.
Aw.
Discovered me in June 2024, just after you started. One of my early guests. Yeah, I was on Matt's channel a while ago when he had like half the subscribers he does now. My man's channel just keeps growing, so congratulations to you, Matt. He just passed 600 subscribers, and now he is a little bit above that. I think it was like 618 last time I checked. So if you are not subscribed to Matt Likes Comics, do yourself a favor, especially if you like DC. He is the man for that. I mean,
he is the dude.
Yeah, I'm the girl for that. He's the man for that. So if you want DC content and you're looking for someone other than me to watch, check out Matt Likes Comics for sure. Lee said, I think the first video was last year's Buffalo Comicon. Okay.
Whoa. Well, tell us if you like the next one better. I hope the next video is better. I hope it's more in depth, and I hope you show more shit.
Yeah, I think it will be. I think I'm going to be spending a little bit more time there. And it'll be cool having Luke this time to get different perspectives. I like kind of switching between the perspectives a little bit. And he gives me a break from having to hold the phone and lift books at the same time. That can get kind of annoying. So
we manage it pretty well. Yeah. Go back and forth. I feel like we've done some cool stuff.
Yeah, I think we did a really good job at that one shop in Niagara Falls, Ontario, because you were like actually flipping through boxes and getting some footage yourself there instead of just filming me.
I was just there for the cat.
Yeah, Canada's got some good good comic shops.
What was the name of that shop? That was really cool.
Those Freak Show Comics.
Freak Show Comics. Shout out to those guys for being awesome.
Allergy. But then
I'm not sure if it was the Comicon or not.
Stop. Don't say stupid shit on my stream. No. I don't want to get people sick. Yeah, well, Steve, I am so sorry to hear that you're not feeling good. And it'd be cool to see you. But if we don't, I'm sure we will get to see you next month. So stay well, rest up, my friend, and get well soon. Yeah, we pretty much are. Yeah, we could walk to that comic shop. Luke, America sucks right now. Like, I love America. I love this country. It sucks right now. So you have no room to criticize Canada. We spend a lot of time in Canada. They are awesome. They are our neighbors. They are our friends. So I don't know why you are being so negative today, my man. Canada is awesome. Hey man, our side of the falls sucks. Our side of the falls sucks, dude.
No, our side of the falls is better. That's why you get a nice view from it from Canada.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Man, they have life there. Our side of the falls is just boarded up buildings and crack dealers, and like it's not a good place. So I don't know.
Well, you know, I will say the tourist front is abysmal on the American Niagara Falls side. It is abysmal for some reason. Don't know why, but yeah, if you go in 2 miles inward to Niagara Falls, Canada, it doesn't look that much better either. But you know, on the plus side.
You know what? They also they clean up the trash off the street. You know, like it just looks nicer there. Why are we arguing about
Canada.
We live right next to it, my man.
I'm still not over the War of 1812. That's why.
Well, you can get over it. Get the fuck over it when you're on my show. All right. So. Yeah, we like Canada.
We do. I tease. We spend a disproportionate amount of time and money in Toronto.
Yeah, I actually wanted to tell a fun little story about my first comic hunt video, and this was my little drive to Canada. So when I first went and made my first comic hunt video in Toronto, I wasn't sure if I was going to do the video. Honestly, I thought I might like chicken out, you know. I was kind of nervous about it because I was actually going to Toronto for something else that day. And I was going for, it was a vegan food festival. So I was going alone. Luke had work. He didn't want to go, whatever. And so, and that's important because, it was kind of funny because of what I was wearing. So I had, you know, I was all decked out. I had, you know, shirts, like a tie-dye shirt said plant-based. I had a hat that said plant-based with a pot leaf on it. And so I put the hat on, you know, I'm wearing the shirt, and I'm like thinking in my head, yeah, once I get to the border, I'm going to take the hat off. And then I pull up to the border, and I gave the guy my license, and then I realized I forgot to take the hat off.
Oh, this here, though, with all the pot plants on the.
Well, let me. But then the guy, you know, he didn't care. But he's just like, next time, maybe take the hat off. I don't care, but other people might. And yeah, and then that vegan food festival fucking sucked. Like it was super long lines, like it would be like 2 hours to get anything. And whenever I go to Canada, I always take cash. I don't bother with cards, and it was all card only. So I was just like, fuck this sucks. So I went over to the comic shop and I just made my video that way. So that was the story of my first comic hunt. And yeah, I just thought that would be fun story to tell. And yeah, just be careful what you're wearing when you cross the border.
Yeah, we've crossed over to Canada dozens of times, and we've never had an issue crossing over to Canada, and we've never had an issue crossing back over to America. But geez, no, they are. It's scary every time coming back home. For some reason, Border Patrol is just like, I don't get it. Like, pot is legal in New York, pot is legal in Canada. Pot is just not legal on the bridge between the two because of the federal whatever. Like I care, but no, I'm always scared to death. Like I don't have anything in the car. I got nothing to be afraid of. But I've heard horror stories of vehicles being ripped apart and people being hassled. Hey,
man, Lee, I just gotta say real quick about the vegan fest. Like you say, that sounds terrible. Like I understand it's kind of a joke, haha, vegan funny, but like Luke will straight up tell you vegan desserts are
Vegan
fucking
desserts are
better
pretty good. Yeah,
than non-vegan desserts.
Well, not like all of them, but I'll tell you what, the baked goods,
a lot
the
of
baked
them
goods are actually vegan.
Yeah.
Baked goods are no joke.
There's nothing I miss from before being vegan. Everything is better, honestly. Like, I'm a huge foodie. Like, I love to fucking eat, dude. And yeah, so I'm not mad. Like, I don't care, man. I don't push it on people. You know, it's this is a channel about comics. I don't talk about that stuff. I don't like to. It's kind of a buzzword that gets people acting funny when you say it. So I don't really like to. But you know, it is.
There's definitely a crowd of people. There's a group of people that make it annoying, and you don't make it annoying. Right?
I don't talk about it unless if it's relevant.
Yeah, there's a.
And it was relevant to that story. You know, I wouldn't have mentioned it if it wasn't relevant to that story. But yeah, Luke is not vegan, but I get him to like some stuff.
That's so kind, Robbie.
Thank
You're
you,
awesome.
Robbie.
You know that stuff really melts my heart when I hear it. You know, like, oh, you know, you're choosing to spend your time, your limited time with us. And so that really makes me happy that you're willing to do that. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, TF, the reason I was going to that, it was really lame. It was really lame, but I got the tickets like really, really cheap. So that's why I didn't care about just dipping out and leaving. I was like, man, it'd be like 2 hours for some kind of mediocre looking food when I could just go back home and like get some good stuff. Like it's a nice vegan grocery store in our area and they do some nice prepared food. So I probably just went home and got something from there. And then Robbie said, "You're real patriotic, Matt." Yeah, Matt loves his country and so do we. We love America and Canada. We love everyone here. This is a show that loves everybody. You're all welcome here. TF, we are not cosplaying. We haven't
I was thinking
done
about
anything like
dressing
that.
up as a heavy metal hippie. Doesn't take a lot of effort to do that, but no, we don't really do the whole dressed up thing. Not yet, anyway. Maybe we'll give it a shot or something. But
I've thought about maybe for like an October convention, you know, like around Halloween, because you know we like kind of getting into Halloween and dressing up a little bit. We want to do some kind of couples costume.
The really high end, like high effort costumes are always really cool to look at, but I always think that the really minimalist costumes are probably just kind of hit the hardest, in my opinion. And we want to go as a couple's costume. I want to wear a brown shirt, like a creamy brown shirt, and I want Celia to wear a purple shirt that we can be peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, we wanted to do that last year, but we just didn't.
But then I went to Hobby Lobby. I went to Hobby Lobby and they didn't have any brown shirts. Apparently, they don't just sell brown shirts. Like, I don't know. I guess not. I probably should have thought of that ahead of time.
Oh, Lee's going to Heroes Con. Very exciting. Yeah, I see a lot of people are going to that. I keep hearing about it on Instagram and other YouTube channels. So yeah, my man, be sure to let me know how that goes. Sure, when I see you in the next stream, you'll tell me all about it. Yeah, that's something that I would be interested in checking out eventually. It's definitely not in my area, but I definitely want to start making trips a little bit out further. Heroes Con looks like a blast, so have fun. And then Steve said Fan Expo Canada rules. Yeah, we almost went last year, but we couldn't go for whatever reason.
Fan Expo last year?
There was all the Ghost Machine guys. I wanted to get some of my Ghost Machine stuff signed, and I wanted to get my Blackest Night, my absolute Blackest Night, signed by Jeff Johns. But yeah, we couldn't make it out. So I'm hoping that they do the rounds again sometime. Review Canadian comics.
Well, I think they're all printed in Canada.
Clifton Hill's cool.
There's two people that made Superman. One of them was Canadian. That makes it a Canadian comic.
Yeah, Lee said that Clifton Hill is cool.
Had my first legal beer when I turned 19 there. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, now that it's getting nice, like actually nice, because in Buffalo you get tricked a few times. Like you get a taste of nice weather, but then it's like, nah, we're gonna get cold, and then we're gonna snow again. It's gonna be icky. But now we're actually in the nice part of the year, and I think it's here to stay. So I want to do a day where we just like walk across the Canadian border and do some fun stuff. Maybe check out that comic shop again that's over there. It's a great little bar at the top of the hill.
What does it say?
It said some Captain Canuck.
Captain Canuck.
Yeah.
I think that's funny.
And then Steve said, are you reading Batman Superman, the world's finest? That I have not gotten into. When I was getting into like reading new Comic Day books, that had already been out for a little bit, and so I missed out on some of the early issues. So I think I'm gonna maybe pick up a trade of some of those, because it does look like something I'd enjoy. I do happen to really like Mark Waid, and I think Luke might like that, because I know that they do some stuff with Kingdom Come in there, don't they? And I love Kingdom Come. Luke really loves Kingdom Come.
Book, yeah.
Yeah, that is one that he has read. TF says you gotta go as Black Canary. Oh, I do have some fishnets he could borrow if you want.
I was gonna go as Zatanna, but all right.
Okay. Yeah, who should I be then? Like, who, if I were to, I'm not saying I am, but if I were to, who would you want to see me dress up as? Yeah, we got some fishnets. We can make it work if y'all want to see that. I don't know if YouTube can handle it though.
I thought a canary was a bird. So why would you use a fishnet on a bird? No one makes brown shirts anymore.
Robbie said, I think it'd be funny if someone cosplayed Beppo the Super Monkey. I don't know. I'm looking that up. I'm gonna Google that, because I do not know.
What is Beppo?
It looks like a character from Superboy. Okay, yeah, I did not know about that character, so thank you, Robbie, for sharing that insight. Now I need to find the first appearance of the Super Monkey. Okay, thank you.
I can get chocolate poop and throw it at people.
Very cool. Yeah, I love those weird, obscure, kind of goofy characters from DC Comics, so.
This cat just farted. The cat in my lap just ripped ass.
Oh my goodness. All right, Dwayne, you're going to be at the show on Saturday. Awesome. Thank you for joining, and I look forward to seeing you. Make sure to say hi. And then Robbie said, Catwoman, think you'd be like Julie Newmar. Why can I not speak? I think she was the original in the 66. Yeah,
the 60s. I can see that.
Yeah, I like the tight black leathery suit. Yeah, that'd be fun.
I want to buy you a Raven costume.
You did. Not one that I could wear on stream, but
No peer
pressure. Fave characters, top 3 cosplay.
No peer. So are you asking me Are you asking us what would be our top 3 characters to cosplay? Is that what you're asking?
I think Luke should do Lobo. I'm saying I think Luke.
Well, I think so. So it's not just A, can you pull off the look, but B, can you pull off the character, right? 3 characters. Okay.
Okay, 3 characters.
Lobo's one of them. Like, because all I have to do is, it's a small task to undertake, but all I have to do is drink beer and be the main man. That'd be fun. I think another one, if I want to switch from beer to red wine, I think I could cosplay Jesus. Two-Face. That's not a bad idea. But who else would I want to cosplay? If I wanted to cosplay, I'm too tall to cosplay as Dio, although I'm starting to get his hairline. Last in line.
Steve said, "Who cares about pulling off the look? I cosplayed as Wonder Woman." Yeah, that's another. I was gonna say, I think Wonder Woman. For me, I've been told I could pull off a Wonder Woman. I got broad shoulders. I think I could do it.
You have spear throwing, like Amazon shoulders. If you, I want. Like,
I'm not very tall. I'm like only 5'6", so I'm not very tall. But I think I could pull off a decent Wonder Woman. I was thinking another one for me is Catwoman. There was a little while when I had short hair and I really wanted to do like a Catwoman sort of cosplay, and I didn't get around to doing it ever. But I thought that would be really cool when I was rocking the short hair. Luke loved the short hair.
I love the short hair.
He thought it was
liked it.
It was.
If I cosplay as Two-Face, I can have I can have 3 coins. I can have one with a dual side, one with both heads, and one with both tails. So if I want to manipulate my coin toss, I can do that. But like tails,
Steve, I like what you're thinking with the John Constantine crossplay. I could totally do that. I got the blonde hair too.
What's a crossplay?
Like cross-dressing, like cross-dress cosplay.
I thought they called that gender swap.
Well, I'm guessing that's what he means. What else does he mean by that? He's
like when you cosplay across consoles. I don't know.
But man, you keep saying the dumbest shit today. I'm sorry.
I'm dumb.
I love you, and it's okay. But
I'm an authority figure on all things that leave my mouth.
I have sworn so much on this stream, and I'm completely blaming Luke for this. There is probably a multiverse female John Constantine. I think that'd be cool, dude. I could have a doobie in my mouth instead of a cigarette.
Right.
It would work.
Speaking of which, let me hit that thing. I could have if I cosplay as Two-Face, I'd be like, heads, I pay for the comic. Tails, I think I can outrun you. And I flip it, and I swap the coin to the double head one. I think that would work.
Yeah. I don't think I look like I'm trying to think like blonde lady characters, and I don't think I'm wholesome enough to be Supergirl. I don't think I have a wholesome enough look. I don't know. Maybe like you know what, Black Canary. Yeah. I know someone said that should be Luke, but fuck it, dude. I got leather. I got
the voice.
I got leather. I got a fucking fishnets. I got blonde hair. I think I could do it. Voice? What do you mean voice?
Yeah.
When do I ever go like? I can't do that.
I think you got it in you.
No.
When you're doing when I hear when you do the Iron Maiden siren.
Yeah, Steve, I did read Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. Yeah. She was like getting drunk at the start of the story. It was I think Luke would really like that story because there's a lot to do with dog. And yeah, Supergirl was like getting drunk, and it was really cool. Yeah. Earth 11.
What was that? movie with Hayden Christensen where he hopped all over the planet?
Oh, Jumper.
Yeah.
What about it? Oh, Luke, I think you need a third person to cosplay, right? Did you say
Well,
that?
Okay, well, you know what? Two-Face, I think would be, because I don't like face makeup. I don't know. I don't like it when people wear masks. I don't like it when people like obstruct the face. Yeah. So I probably wouldn't just because of that. Although, I don't know, maybe I'll just, grow up hair and do it anyway. But
so Steve said to look up. Steve said to look up. Wait, who?
Marv from Sin City.
Oh, okay. I'm not that familiar with Sin City. Steve said to look up Earth 11, so I just looked it up, and this is where the Amazons impose their law on the whole world, and so all the main heroes are women, and so that means I could be any of these DC characters. Yo, I could do a female Aquaman. That'd be kind of cool.
Women in authority, being authoritarian. Yeah, that's historically accurate. Like anytime there's a monarch, they just go to war. It's crazy. Like worse than the men.
Lisa
like Elizabeth Bathory.
Girl.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You don't swear enough for Tank Girl.
Oh, I don't swear enough?
Yeah.
I think I've sworn a lot this
no, right there, up that one.
This one?
Yeah, that's Tank Girl.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, thank you guys for just chatting with us. This has been fun, just fun hypotheticals,
You don't fit the profile, but if you did, Martha Washington.
Oh, yeah, you were telling me about that. That was a Frank Miller story.
Martha Washington is freaking based.
Yeah, Give Me Liberty, was that the story?
Yeah, Give Me Liberty.
Erica Slaughter, yeah. I've seen her before. I feel like I could do that. Pedro asks, how did we meet? Should I tell the story of how we met or the first interaction we had?
I'm gonna leave and come back, and I'm gonna let the stream
what?
flow. No, I'm gonna let you
don't
decide.
Want to be here?
No, I do. I just have to.
Okay, well, I think that we are going to wrap up the stream soon, so I think I will. I will tell the story. I will. So, Luke and I, we went to the same high school. We were a couple grades apart, so we didn't really interact much in school, but we passed by each other in the hall sometimes, never really talked, but one day I was just walking, minding my own business, when this dude with this big poofy hair just walks up to me and just asked my name. So, like, okay, my name's Celia. He's like, all right, hi, my name's Luke. Shook my hand. He walked away, and we never spoke again for years. And then that was his senior year. So after that, I never saw him for quite a few years until I graduated myself and went to college. So that first interaction was like 2012, 2013, something like that. And then we wound up meeting again for real in 2015 when I started going to college, and we just had mutual friends, so that was kind of how we started hanging out in the same group. And then he just wanted me to be around all the time, and it was actually kind of fun. Like, I could tell that he was into me for a while. He made it painfully obvious that he was very, very into me. And I was not feeling it. I was feeling him as a friend. I liked the friend group that I was in. Didn't want to make things weird. And so I was just fine chilling and being friends. But he kept on shooting his shot, I guess. And there was one night I was about to leave when we were just hanging out. And Luke was like, I want to read more comics. So he got me to start going on recommending him Batman comics. He said he wanted to start reading Batman. So that night, I told him, just like the basic ones to start with. Like, I was still fairly new to collecting comics at that point. It was 2015. That was very early in my collecting. So I told him, some of the early stories that I was familiar with, like The Killing Joke and The Dark Knight Returns. So he checked out The Killing Joke. He thought it was kind of meh. Then he checked out The Dark Knight Returns and he loved it. And I'd say that's what made him a Batman fan. So there you go. Okay, yeah, and Steve was saying Spider-Gwen or Gwenpool. Yeah. Yeah, Spider-Gwen, Gwenpool. They got some cool costumes.
I don't know, man. I happen to really like Deadpool. Deadpool. Oh, Lord help me. I happen to really like Red Hood. I think he adds a little bit of that 90s edge to every conversation he's in.
Okay, so this is another little thing here. Steve said Jason Todd should have stayed dead, my controversial opinion. So here's another thing. I want to do, if I were to do like a cosplay, I'd like to do a gender swapped Red Hood. I kind of did one years ago. It was like a Halloween costume, but it was just something like cheap and quick that I made with stuff I already had, like just a leather jacket I already had and just like a t-shirt, and I had a Red Hood hoodie. That's what I had on. So I had a Red Hood hoodie and it had the red hood, and yeah, I did something like that, but I'd like to do like a real sort of female Red Hood. I think that would be cool. Then the library said, oh man, painfully obvious. Persistency paid off. Yeah, he did not give up. He was very
like
much
a lost puppy.
yeah, but I think it worked out. Too many Robins, it's like whack-a-mole.
What I like about the Robins, at least the ones I know, like I don't know too much about Tim. Although I understand he's more of a moody detective kind of like. If you were to break down, from my observation as someone who's not nearly as big of a Batman nerd, is that you can break down Batman's personalities, and if you were to separate them, you could easily put them in defined like Robins, with the notable exception of, well, you know what? No, because Batman is something of an acrobat, just like I mean, they are a little bit all very acrobatic, but that ninja stuff, Nightwing and Dick Grayson and Nightwing, kind of he has that down. I like the absolute unapologetic pent up rage that little Damien has. As previously mentioned, Tim Drake, he's got the Red Robin, he's got that detective streak in him. Well, I'm missing a couple. Dick, Damien.
It's Dick, Jason, Tim, Stephanie Brown.
I don't know anything about
Damien. I guess maybe you could consider Carrie Kelly not canon, but
I love Carrie. She's my favorite Robin.
There have been some other non-canon Robins.
But the Robins are very the Robins are very functional, and you know what? Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I happen to really like how those little parts of Batman being Batman needing to confront that part of his personality, I think, really aids in the writing. Like, how does Batman? Yeah, I mean, sure, dressing up and beating Gotham's criminals to a pulp might be a lot of work, but how is it compared to fatherhood? Which I think is really, that's kind of an interesting moral dilemma he has.
So real quick, I wanted to welcome JSS Brooklyn. Thank you very much. And yeah, good to see you. And then we have Murray Gelman too. Hey. And since you guys are just joining us, we were talking a little bit about hypothetical. We're not cosplayers, but if we were to, what you guys think we would do good as. We threw out a few ourselves that we think we would look good as, and now people in the chat are giving us their recommendations, and Matt's saying I should do a Buffy.
I don't know anything about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I know it's a TV show.
A little bit of it with my mom.
What about Xena the Princess Warrior? Okay, that's more for me.
And Steve says we should both be Robin. Like we could do. You could be like a Tim, and I could be a Stephanie Brown. I guess she's got the blonde, and then he just said Stephanie Brown right there.
Or maybe you could be Starfire and I can be Nightwing. I gotta work in my butt though.
Yeah, I was about to say, man.
I don't have the butt.
You got to get the acrobatic physique. Acrobat, new character. Dwayne said, oh, wait, missed one. Sorry. Lee Westfall said Cloak and Dagger. That's another character I don't really know much about him.
Oh, that's okay. I wasn't sure what that comment was.
I know I've heard of the character, but I can't think of what they look like off the top of my head. Okay. Yeah, I could see it. All right, cool. Thank you, guys.
Oh, whoa! What about the Shadow? Oh, all I gotta do is I gotta spend like 20 minutes working on my Orson Welles impression, dude. I think I can do the Shadow.
Okay, the library said Black Canary and Lobo. Yeah. I was saying that Luke should definitely rock a Lobo, and I think I got enough black shit to be a Black Canary. White Widow from Thunderbolts. Yeah, I'm not really that familiar with Thunderbolts, but I've seen enough of it. Yeah, I know enough to know what it is. So yeah, thank you guys for all this. It's just kind of fun, just
I like
chatting up about different comic characters, and I'm learning about some stuff that I never knew before. Hey, Ian and Becca, thank you. Always good to see you guys. You're awesome. And then we have Lee again saying Aquaman and Mara. Yeah. I always thought Luke could do like kind of an Aquaman that was sort of like the Jason Momoa kind with the long hair, because he can't really do the like blonde, prim and proper looking.
I can cut my hand off.
And here's the thing: I don't think Luke could wear a wig. I'm just gonna say I don't think Luke could wear a wig. And he can say why or not.
I have a large head. Like it's like I can't buy hats. It's like if you've ever bought a hat and it says on the tag one size fits most, I'm the other guy. I don't even before you go like, oh, it's because you have a lot of hair. I don't have a lot of hair. I don't. I have a little bit more than none, but I just have a large head.
I found a few hats that
we went on vacation. It found very few hats that fit my head, and they're all hats that don't fit anyone else. We went on vacation to Cancun, and during one of the excursions, we went on an ATV excursion, and that was a lot of fun. And they went to the safety briefing, and everyone had to put on helmets. And when they were doing that, I go to the guy and I say, "Hey, listen. We got to cut this. We got to cut this real quick. I need you to get your biggest helmet. Like I don't just cut right to the chase. Get the biggest one, right?" And he said, "Well, here's one. That's the biggest one, and here's number 2, which is our second biggest one. And I think maybe you should try the second biggest one." And I said, "No, we're gonna get we're gonna try." And like the biggest one they had did not fit right. You put it on. It was with a little bit of rage. Managed to get the thing on, and when I say it was tight, it was like I hope I didn't have to sneeze. It barely fit. It was like not comfortable in any capacity, but it worked.
Well, Lee said Lobo has a huge head, so you'd be good for that. Everyone seems to be on.
I think I might need to be Lobo.
Steve said, "Luke, I am a new era fitted size 8." Yeah, I don't think Luke could wear a new era hat.
I don't know what that means, but I remember I don't remember the last time I got. I remember it being into the double digits.
I think I have a couple hats that I've bought that you've been able to fit into.
No, the hats they sit on like the top or like on the if you get the adjustable hats that connect like they connect like this, like on the last like little notch they connect, and then it's not straight. Yeah, they don't fit.
Okay. Library said customize that Lobo wig. You gotta grow your hair out a little more and like get it kind of.
Well, I did actually. I don't know. I'm surprised no one noticed, but I did cut my hair today.
I actually didn't notice. I noticed all the hair in the sink that you didn't clean up, but I didn't notice that you cut your hair today.
Except for the hair that I cut.
Robbie said, Luke, if you go as Aquaman, carry a stuffed fish. Hell yeah, he definitely has a stuffed fish.
I have a stuffed fish somewhere.
He has, my mom got him a jellyfish lamb.
Oh,
and, yeah, we gotta find a spot for that. Yeah,
it's really cool. I've seen it because I've seen the same one like active and functioning, and they're really cool. I want to put it on the desk on my desk next to my computer.
Mm-hmm. And then Steve said, check out cosplay on the Discord. I definitely will. And you know what? It's been a while since I've plugged the Discord, so I think I'm going to do it. Because if you want to talk to me, and if you want to show off some of your stuff and talk to cool people like Steve who are in there, I'll drop the link in a second for you guys. Just in case. I know a lot of you guys aren't on there, it's all good. But, we have fun, talk some fun stuff, so I am going to pull that up. Luke, do you want to talk about something real quick while I'm pulling this up?
Well, let me tell you what. I know Murray was suggesting that I go as Jonah Hex. I don't know too much about Jonah Hex, but not the movie version. Is that the one with what's the chick from Transformers? The first one.
Oh, Megan Fox.
Megan Fox. I'm pretty sure Megan Fox was in that movie. Yeah, it's the only thing I remember about that movie is that Megan Fox was in it. Okay. But
well, I'm not gonna do it because I'm having.
Can you plug like the code?
So no, I just don't right now. I don't care enough, honestly, to deal with that. But
we'll put it on the community tabs on.
I have it. It's already on my community tab if you scroll down far enough. But maybe I'll start putting it. Again. I don't like putting external links on YouTube a lot of the time because YouTube really doesn't like when you share links to other websites, and when you try to take people off the website, they tend to like if you do it in the comments, they will delete comments if you try to direct traffic off the site. So honestly, I haven't been putting links in the descriptions of my videos. Like I used to link my Instagram, and I have not been lately because YouTube just has been really kind of cracking down. I had someone comment and say that they left a comment on one of my videos and they put a link to a Batman comic they thought I would like, and that comment got deleted. I never saw it. So, yeah, and I've been noticing a trend. Like I've written like my Instagram handle and like told people to get in touch on me there, and those comments get deleted. So I have been just very careful about like external links. So I don't know if I'm going to post the Discord again, but if you go to my community tab, if you are interested, it is there. I might start putting it in the description again and putting the Instagram in the description again. But I don't know. I've just been just kind of trying to cool it on stuff like that. I don't know why YouTube gets weird like that, but it is what it is. So, yeah, Robbie said, hope you get some awesome books at the con. Thank you. I appreciate it. The library said, yeah, I recall trying to share my Instagram handle on a stream chat and it disappeared. Yeah, I've had the same thing. Like, there was someone that I was talking to on, like, Reddit. Like, it was, like, a YouTuber subreddit. I was like giving them some advice and they were doing a stream. I was just kind of joining the stream to, chat and help them out a little bit. And, I was just saying like, hey, if you need any, help with anything, you can DM me on Reddit, and that comment got deleted. So yeah, you got to be careful how you word things. So yeah, I've been paying attention. It was kind of a little bit funny because I did an interview with Alan, the comic collector geek, and he had been trying to get in touch with me to do an interview, and I guess his comments kept getting deleted because I never saw them. And then I actually caught it because I commented on one of his videos, and he asked me if I wanted to do the interview. I said, yeah, and I gave my Instagram handle, and that comment got deleted. And I was thinking to check back because I just had an interaction where something like that had happened. So I thought to check back, and then I actually wound up because Alan, he didn't have his Instagram messages opened to people that he wasn't following. So I had to hit up Matt Likes Comics, who is a real life friend of Alan, and be like, hey, get your boy to message me on here, please. So yeah, it's funny. YouTube likes to play some games, like as if we're not going to use other websites. I know that it's all the retention, they want your attention for as long as possible, but
I'm sorry, YouTube, my attention is
people will, here's the thing, people will enjoy their experience on YouTube more and spend more time on YouTube if they make it less annoying. They keep making it more annoying, and it's just making people not want to be on the site. So I don't know. Steve said cosplay as the Hulk. And then Lee, real quick, asked, who are your favorite comic YouTubers to watch? And yeah, I will answer this question, and then I think we're going to wrap it up. So if anyone has any last minute comments or questions, get those in. But my favorite comic YouTubers, I think honestly, one of my favorites probably is Matt Likes Comics, honestly. I really like his channel. I really like the videos he makes and the books that he talks about. I like that he's talking about things that are a little more niche in the DC universe, books that you don't hear about a lot on YouTube. And so, yeah, definitely subscribe to Matt Likes Comics. He deserves more views and subscribers. I'm not sure if he's still here, but if you are, let's get him to 1,000 real soon. And then Steve mentioned a few, and I was gonna say Casually Comics is probably one of my favorites. Sasha, she's a really cool girl who talks about comics, and she loves Silver Age. So yeah, rest in peace, Comic Story. And I didn't really watch a lot of Comic Story, and I did like early on when I was getting into comics, before he was really doing like the like before he was all about like the comic readings, he did kind of like character breakdowns. I think that was how I first found him. And so let's see. Yeah, so I think in terms of favorites, I probably would go Matt, honestly. I like Casually Comics.
I like Gotham&Glam.
Yeah, I like a lot. That's the thing. I like a lot of channels. It's hard for me to pick favorites. And then honestly, I think Mint Hunter, he just does really good videos. I'm not the biggest, I don't really watch a lot of the sales or do a lot of like the, flipper kind of stuff, but I like his videos. Yeah, Lunch Money Comics, Pop Comics, Comics Den. I haven't watched Pop Comics or Comics Den. Lunch Money Comics is really good. I like his videos. Steve said Comic Tropes and Comics Explained, Comic Drake. Yeah, I like Comic Drake. I don't think I've watched Comic Tropes or Comics Explained. Gotham&Glam. Well, thank you, Lee. I appreciate you. And yes, Oh, Matt with a bunch of T's. Yeah, that's another channel. I haven't watched that channel, but I keep hearing people bring that guy up. So yeah, I like a lot of I like a lot of channels. I try, honestly, it's crazy, but these days, since having my own channel, I am a little bit more choosy about the comic videos that I watch. I try to watch a lot of different videos from different channels, but I also don't like to be influenced by other people when I make my videos. So that's kind of one of my things. Matt is next level, great documentarian. Yeah, I wanted to do like some of my own little documentaries. I've talked to
Maybe I'll look him
Luke
up. What is that?
about
Matt with 3 or 4 T's? I can't.
I think it's 4.
4.
But yeah, I've talked to Luke about it a little bit about once we get like the proper setup, once I get like some real cameras and get some better editing software, I want to start getting into maybe producing some of my own documentaries and really diving deep into certain topics, whether it's comics or otherwise. I just love to nerd out and research stuff, and and I love making videos. So
I like watching people nerd out. You know, I think it all really started growing up watching History and Discovery Channel. I really like when people go in depth into something and don't just talk about the surface level stuff. Like when they really dive deep into whatever it is they're enthusiastic about.
Yeah.
Like I know he's not a comic YouTuber and he's far too big for me to need to plug him, but I happen to really like LGR, the Lazy Game Reviewer. He just did it. I just watched. Yeah, I love that. I love that down to earth, genuine enthusiasm over the stuff that he has. I like his thrift store videos, and I like him going deep into oddware, and I really like all his stuff.
Yeah, he's one of the guys that inspired me, like back when I first was starting my channel.
He just did a video not too long ago, like today, I think. I am celebrating 16 years as a creator on the platform. So that's really cool because I remember when he started, not like how old am I? Yeah, about
30.
Well, yeah. So I was with him from the close to the beginning.
Yeah, me too.
I think I've watched.
I was making videos close to when he started, man. 16 years. I started like 12, 13 years ago. I mean, actually longer than that because I had another channel before that y'all will never hear about or see. Well, I don't think Luke's seen any videos from that first channel, have you? No. You've seen a little clips from this one, from the prototype of this one. And you know what? I've actually thought, like, what if I just eventually made all of my old videos public? Like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it right away. But I was thinking about maybe, like, eventually, just over time, kind of making some of those private videos public in case if you guys want to see kind of where I came from. I wouldn't do it all at once just because I don't want to like overload the algorithm with all this new data that isn't necessarily all that relevant to what I'm doing right now. But if you guys would be interested in that, if any of you watching right now wants to kind of see the evolution of me and where I came from, I'll let you know I sounded a lot different in my old videos. I did not have the same riz that I do right now. We'll just put it that way. I was a quiet, awkward little kid. What are you doing? You're just making a face. What? What did you do?
Nothing.
What's with that face?
Nothing.
But yeah, what is so funny?
I don't know.
I was just talking about my YouTube passion and you're here laughing at me?
No, I'm just making faces.
Oh.
I was listening to you. I didn't know what to do with my face.
But Yeah, I don't think Luke's never seen any of my old videos.
No.
Yeah, and probably never will.
Probably never will.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that worries me about putting some of my old videos back out there is that the community guidelines has changed a lot since I was originally making videos. And especially that first channel, I think there's a lot of stuff that probably wouldn't be okay on current YouTube standards. Like, man, there was some fun stuff. That first channel was kind of like a comedy sketch kind of channel when I was like 14 years old, and it was like the early 2010s. So yeah, I was thinking it would be fun. I'd probably have to go through and watch some of the stuff. Like for this channel, one of the early series I had when I was getting into Blu-ray collecting was called Shit I Waste Money On. I don't think YouTube wants you swearing in the titles anymore, so I might have to update those. What's up, Chonko? Thank you.
Yo, that's an awesome name.
Yeah, Chonko has a cool channel. He has a dog. Well, Chonko's the dog.
Ah,
I think Mike is the owner of the channel.
I mean, yeah, Mike sounds cool, but I want to talk to Chonko. Well,
yes, hello, Mike, and if Chonko is around, hello.
Hello, Chonko.
As well, yeah, Luke enjoys I like dogs very much.
I think our cats and your dog would get along great.
Yeah, we're big animal lovers.
I'm sure your dog is awesome too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck. So Steve said he might be a comic tuber one day.
Nice.
Mr. Steve Comics and stuff. My dude, Steve, I'm just gonna say, do it, my dude. Don't think, oh, maybe I'll do it. Just freaking do it. Like, that's kind of how I was, like I fell out of the groove. I'm like, maybe I'll get back into it one day, but I'm glad that I just went ahead and did it. So, man, Steve, I would love to see what you have to show, especially since you are in Syracuse. You're kind of close by in a way. I'd love to hear your sort of comic perspective. So, absolutely, my man, Steve. Here's the thing. If you do start a comic channel, you got a community right here that's ready to support you. So get it done, man. I would love to see it.
You heard it from herself. Get her done.
Chonko, he's sleeping near me, but everyone calls me Chonko. Yeah. And that's kind of like how everyone just calls me Glam or GG. Like I'm okay with people just calling me by my name, by Celia. Like I straight up told Luke, like, when you're referring to me, just call me Celia. Like there's a time when I was helping him record one of his videos, and he like went back and like stopped himself from saying my name and said Glam, and it just sounded so awkward. I'm like, dude, just call me Celia. Like, you're my husband. Just call me Celia,
Yeah, but there's some really cool glam metal albums out there.
Yeah, like when I was helping Luke come up with his channel name, I had to remind him, whatever you make your channel, people are going to be referring you to that. Like, people are going to be referring to you as that. So you got to have something you're okay with being like your second name online.
Well, I wanted my channel name to be something other than the heavy metal hippie, but my first idea was shot down. My second idea, the only one that made sense, was after that was heavy metal hippie. My gamer tag is called Shotgun Lobotomy, which is a reference to my early memories playing Doom for the first time. And the consequence of that is when I'm online and when I'm playing games with people call me Shotgun, and that's just
but YouTube also doesn't like shotgun being in the name of things. You notice gun YouTubers don't put.
Yeah, they don't. I watch a lot of gun YouTubers, but none of them have any of that in their name for that reason, I think.
That's a way to get a real shadow ban, not just like one of these like, oh, my videos aren't getting enough views and shadow, like actual. Okay, so Steve clarified. He said Gotham equals me, and then Glam equals you. Okay, well,
Glam metal, maybe.
Yeah. Well,
unless I'm like Ken, I feel like.
Yeah, I just want people to know, by the way, that the name Gotham and Glam was not meant to be a duo. It was not meant to be two people. It was just meant to be me. But you know, Luke is here, and he does have a more colorful wardrobe than me.
I'd like to think that this kind of video relationship is kind of like Batman and Robin, where I'm just a bubbly little sidekick that runs around bouncing off the walls.
Yeah, well, I mean, Luke, you gotta show off the shorts now. I mean, everyone knows you as Gotham or as Glam.
As a first for the show, I'm wearing pants on live stream, and you guys got to see it. It matches my shirt. Matches my Kirby shirt. Oh yeah, they're the matching Kirby pants. Read 'em and weep, baby. You know who's more heavy metal than Kirby? Not a lot.
And then we have Lee saying he's the Gotham and I'm the Glam, so nobody can make up their mind, I guess. Chonko said I knew it would happen. A big, baldy, beardy guy.
Dude, that's awesome, man. You know, they say that pets look like their owners.
Yeah, do you think Fred looks like you?
Yeah, man, I kind of look like a cow sometimes.
What about Selena? You think
she's elegant like you.
Yeah.
Elegant and bossy, and she always gets what she wants. Like you.
Yeah.
Read the
Energon. Yeah, the Energon.
Well, that is on the list.
Yep, we are gonna get
we are doing it.
My man.
You have definitely bought that for us, at least in trade.
Yes.
So we are. It is on the list. It is happening. Confirmed.
Yes. You will probably find out about that
Wayne
soon.
Smith.
Wayne Smith, thank you for joining us. Wayne is a good friend of the channel, so thank you.
And just to let everyone know, Wayne is definitely not Batman. You probably haven't seen him and a Batman in the same room. Not implying anything. What I am saying is that he's definitely not Batman.
Steve said, "What is the list?" Did Luke say something about a list? I was zoned out when he was talking. I'm sorry. Oh, Birds of Prey by Kelly Thompson. Okay, yeah, that's another one that. Yes, all right. So we have. Yes.
Oh, the list. When I say the list, I meant like it is definitely on the reading list. It is 100% happening.
Yeah, I was only.
It's not like an actual list. I mean, it's like on the things I need to read that I will definitely. We will definitely.
Yes. I do kind of like, as much as I love my DC comics, I do kind of want to branch out and try some other things. You know, like I love my DC, but I feel like I need something different. So, yeah, my man, I think I might have to do that soon. So, thank my man Steve for all the great reading recommendations.
We will.
My man Steve, maybe that should be your first YouTube video. Do something about the Energon universe. I would love to hear you break that down. So, man, you know, if you actually are interested in doing YouTube, you know, you can always like hit me up on the Discord if you want to do like a private message too, you know. If you want any sort of YouTube advice or anything, I'd be more than happy to help you out however I can. So, yeah, we've been going for over an hour and a half. You guys have been awesome. This has been a great chat and a great stream. Once again, I just want to say it real quick before we go, since we do have some different people popping in. We are going to the Buffalo Comicon this Saturday, June 14th. And so if there's anyone that, like, you know, has any suggestions, because we're trying to you know, make the videos as fun for you guys as possible. Of course, everyone wants to see the comic hunt, but I also think it'd be fun to like go and, you know, and chat with some people, chat with some artists and maybe some comic dealers. So, you know, if you guys want to see stuff like that, if you want to see maybe different stuff, like maybe should I try talking to more people, more collectors? I'm probably just gonna go with the flow, but I like to hear your input of what you guys would like to see from this, if there's anything in particular. So yeah, I think we're probably gonna wrap it up soon. So if there are any last minute comments, questions, get them in. And yeah, thank you to everyone. Of course, thank you to Steve for the reading recommendations and the super chats. And everyone else, Robbie, Matt, Wayne, Lee, Chonko, TF.
Robbie.
Yeah, I said Robbie.
Did you?
Yeah. All of you lovely people. Ian and Becca, you were in here as well. So all of you lovely people, I appreciate you. Why was your message retracted, Luke? You sent a fish. What happened there?
I sent it on the wrong account.
Oh, you deleted it because
Yeah.
it wasn't on the right account? Okay.
Because I'm stupid.
Oh, all right. I thought you were just sending a fish. I didn't think you were trying to plug your channel here.
I wasn't, but I wanted to use the other heavy metal hippie to send the fish.
Okay. And speaking of heavy metal hippie, he has not put out a video in a while. What is going on, my man?
Well, let me tell you what. I want to put out a Flag Day video, and I want to put it out by Flag Day, but I wrote about half the script, and I didn't get to it yet. So hopefully it'll be out on Flag Day. If not, it'll be very close to it because I'm not waiting a year to post it. So yeah, no, you know, I'm very patriotic. That's why I jokingly scoffed at being called Canadian. But yeah, no. So I want to put out a Flag Day video because what the Star Spangled Banner represent means a lot to me, as I think it should to every warm-blooded American. Truth, justice, in the American way.
Yeah. So yeah. Heavy Metal Hippie has not made a video in over a week, and I'm very sad.
It's been too long.
You know, someone asked about favorite comic YouTubers, but I think my favorite YouTuber in general is probably Heavy Metal Hippie, and I think most of it is the editing. Whoever does the editing for that channel, top notch. I don't know who does that, but
yeah, my wife.
Yeah, I don't think
my wife.
Yeah, I don't think the Heavy Metal Hippie himself has ever done any editing himself. But yeah, it's a good channel. It's a good channel. So if you like my channel, maybe you will like Luke's channel as well.
My channel, I think it will blossom into something. It will mature like a teenager.
Oh yeah, you're probably gonna pass me in subscribers eventually. Cause you know what, dude, I'm doing comic book stuff. Like this is a great community, but there's only so far you can take.
Disturbance in the Force.
Okay. Well, I feel.
I think. Do you feel a disturbance?
Yeah, I think I need to go smoke some weed and watch The Sopranos. Ooh. So thank you guys. I'm gonna cut the stream off now. I've been saying it for like the last hour.
You said it at the hour mark, and now we're at an hour 40. So which means we've been saying goodbye for 40.
But you know what? You guys are awesome, and you've kept me going this long. This has been fun. Yeah. So thank you guys for all the fun, you know, video suggestions, cosplay suggestions. I love hearing what you guys love about this channel. So if you watch this until the end, or if you're gonna watch this on the replay, whatever you do, let me know. You know, what is your favorite thing about this channel? I really want to know, because I got some great feedback today. You know, And I always get a lot of nice comments on the videos, but I want to hear from you guys specifically, like, what is your favorite thing about this channel, whether it's the, like, out and about videos, whether it's me just, like, diving deep into something or just nerding out about a comic or showing off my collection, like, so yeah, just, if you go through and watch the replay, and if you watch it until the end, let me know, or you could drop it in the chat right now, whatever it is. But I am finally going to end this stream. This has been amazing. You guys are great. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see you this weekend in a new video. This weekend is going to be so busy, actually. So it might not be up until next week, until Monday. I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to get that video out.
Oh, it's Father's Day weekend. We got.
Yeah, we're going to be big.
We don't have enough dads. We have a lot of dads. My whole weekend is packed to the brim like dad sardines.
Yeah, we are going to be busy this weekend. Like Friday. Yeah, Friday we have something with his dad. Saturday morning is the Comic-Con. Then we're doing something with his stepdad. Then Sunday, my dad. So it's gonna be busy. But here's the thing. I'm crazy, and when I start editing, I just get in it for hours. So when I get home, I might be at that Father's Day fire on Saturday night. I might very well be on my phone editing, and I might very well be up all night editing to get that video out the next day, because I just love it. And once I film something, I just want to get it out there. Like, I'm really bad at scheduling things out. I just want to get stuff out there. Like this morning, I just wanted to make a video and just share with you guys a fun haul that I got. And I just wanted to do it chill and do no editing. And like, that's the first time I've done a video with almost no editing in a very long time. The only editing I did on that video from this morning was I added the audio from the microphone. I just switched out the audio. That's the only editing I did. I tripped over my words a couple times and I just left it in because I just like, screw it. I just wanted to get a video out because I was so excited about the comics, and I just wanted to show you guys because, I have some really awesome shops, and I can't stress enough how grateful I am to have such good local comic shops, because I hear so many horror stories. Sometimes you guys in the chat have told me that you don't have the greatest experiences. You don't have a local comic shop that you can really rely on. And I am just, like, honestly, I'm spoiled with the wonderful shops that I have in my area. Particularly, like the 3-4 shops that I kind of go to regularly. There are more that I want to get out to, that I want to make videos at. But honestly, Queen City Bookstore, they have done so much for me. They've been so helpful to the channel. And it seems to be, it seems to be a pretty even exchange because, he was telling me that he had a bunch of people go to the shop and mention my videos. Like when I was going through that big collection, the owner of Queen City Bookstore, he was telling me that probably at least 20 people went in and mentioned the videos.
That really means a lot to us. When you go over to a local shop and you be like, that little Gotham&Glam YouTube channel, it brought me over here. That really, like, it satisfies that little warm feeling up in this thing that pumps blood. It really makes us happy that, we're leaving an actual impact. If we can get, people to read more comic books, it really leaves us fulfilled. And so I really want to thank you. And if you want to thank us more, you can go ahead and go to and support your local comic book store, support your local businesses, read more comics. We're always going to push DC more than any other comic book, but really, If you like Marvel more than DC for some reason, read more comics. We want to push the hobby. And don't watch any of those god awful movies. Please don't. They ruin movies as a whole. Please don't. But the comics, please read the books, because that's how we make this hobby get better. Better stories, better comics. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. I really appreciate you guys spending the last hour and 47 minutes with us. I really appreciate you guys chatting, the super chats, the love. I really appreciate the love, and I think the most direct way you can show your support is by continuing the hobby. And we really appreciate your time and your patience putting up with my stupid ass and Gotham and Glam's pretty face.
But yeah, it was really cool to hear, because sometimes when you're doing YouTube, a lot of ups and downs, and sometimes get a little down on yourself and think, who really cares about this? Who would really care if I still made videos? But then to hear that,
so thank you,
there are people out there, people local that actually watch the videos, it's kind of
means a lot.
Crazy. And so if any of you out there are watching this and you will be at the Buffalo Comicon, don't be afraid to come up and say hi to me. If you want to be in a video, you can ask. Say hi. Yeah. We can chat on or off camera, whatever you're comfortable
The worst thing
with.
they'll do is say no, or maybe say yes, then pickpocket you while you're on camera.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
And so I'm going to leave you guys, and I'm going to leave you guys with a link to my newest video, if you missed it, where I showed off the thank you gifts that I was given by Queen City Bookstore. He let me take $50 worth of comics for free, and this is just one of them. There is a huge stack, because I picked out $50 worth. And then he gave me like all the dollar books that I had picked out for free as well, which was crazy. It was not, he definitely did not need to do that. And that's why I was saying before, there's no editing in the video other than swapping out the audio. I really just wanted to, I was just genuinely so happy. I was just so appreciative of not just Queen City Bookstore for allowing me the opportunity to go through these books, and for, giving me this wonderful gift for helping out their shop, but, I'm also just really grateful for you guys. And the fact that you guys watching has given me the opportunity to be able to do this. It means so much to me. Making videos is all I've ever wanted to do with my life. So the fact that I can do this and people really care and I'm making an impact means so much. So thank you guys. And yeah, I'm finally going to end it. We are almost at the 2-hour point, and I've said I'm going to end it so many times, but you know what? I love you guys. So here, if you haven't watched my newest video from this morning, now's the perfect time to do it. There you go. And goodbye. Do you have anything else you want to say, Luke? I knew he was going to do something like that, so I beat him to it. Peace.